They said, I saw your video about Steve Harvey. The woman is telling the truth about Steve. He is controlling and abusive towards Winton. I was friends with Winton back in college at FIU. And to his father sent a strange man, that's Boomerang, in the middle of the night to yank him out of school because of his grades. It really wasn't because of the grades. It's because Winton was trying to go back and live with Mary. All right, trying to get back cool, trying to reestablish a relationship with his mother. Granted, Winton never went to class, but it was just so odd how they sent someone to pull him out of his dorm at 3 or 4 a.m. I'll never forget how upset I was because I couldn't properly say goodbye until months later when he came with Lori and Winton snuck on our floor to properly say goodbye. We were damn near in tears. Let's move on. Those were the boys of our friend group. I blocked out some of the names. Winton was dating a crazy white girl named Sophia. They was effing on the low. The rest of that's not really important. But truthfully, this person said, I love him like a brother. And Winton took my rejection like a soldier and never treated me differently. Winton had a good heart. There's nobody that Winton encountered that didn't like him. One night before Winton left FIU, he told me something I'll never forget. Our friend group went up on the roof of one of those multi-story garages. We got high and drunk. Then he started confessing how his father was always verbally and physically abusive towards him. See, Mary, this is what we need to be worried about. Not Essie hurting your feelings. This is what you need to be talking about. And this is what you should have kept talking about, no matter how many times they threw you in jail. He even said that Steve lied to him about his mother for years. Mary, I want to make sure you come to, or Ruth, who's ever watched, I want to make sure you come to the camera so you hear this. He said that Steve lied to him about his mother for years, but he knows the truth now. So your baby knows the truth. He knew that you loved him. He knew that you didn't abandon him, but he had to get away for himself. Let's keep going. He cried so hard that night. We were all shook at his words. We admired his father and thought he did too. Winton then went on to express his disdain for Marjorie and Lori. We never liked Lori. They claimed Lori was a stuck-up ass bitch. Anyway, before she left FIU to follow Memphis around. Remember, Memphis, D-Lay or DJ of Memphis, the soccer player, is Lori's first fiance. First public boyfriend. So keep in mind, Lori left college to go chase a boy around who she didn't even end up marrying. Although we only saw Lori in passing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bam. So let's move on. Winton ended up losing contact with all of us, but we kept an eye on him on social media. He was our real friend. We never cared about who his father was. I remember that night he cried and talked about his past, and he said, y'all are the first real friends I've ever had. So what in the hell was going on? Oh, we already know, but just think that Winton didn't even have no damn real friends until he went to college and got away from his pappy. And that's because we never tried to use him or ask him for anything. He was able to be vulnerable with us and have a real relationship that was based off of materialism and not shallow, that wasn't based off of materialism or shallow ideals. And what did his daddy do? Took away the only real friends that he had. But I want to go back now, because this is a picture of Winton in Dubai, which is where he lives now. And he does the fashion thing and the photography thing. And like I said, it literally looks like a better version of his father. The kind of man that Steve wish he was on the inside and out, character-wise, looks-wise, all that. All right. What's important to know is that one night, one of those drunken nights with his friends at FIU, Winton told everybody that if he ever moved, he would move to Dubai. And he also said if he ever had a family, got married, or had any kids, that he would raise them in Dubai. He would not even live in the United States. And everybody said, what? Like, why? You know, this was before it was cool to go to Dubai. Now it's cool to go to Dubai. They done built it up, blah, blah, blah. It was, you know, a decade ago. Wasn't nobody talking about it like that. Not in the general public. And they said, why would you want to raise your kids in Dubai? Why would you want to be away from everyone? Why would you want to be over there isolated by yourself? And he said that I would raise my kids in Dubai because I know that if I'm in Dubai, my father cannot get his hands on my children. This young man is so afraid of his father and knows that his father has such a long reach that he said, nigga, I need to be on the other side of the world to get away from him. I need to be somewhere where my daddy can't even come over here and thinking he running things and thinking he can buy, because Dubai got money on top of money on top of money. You act like you got some sense when you go to Dubai. They still chop your hands off if you steal in Dubai. So he knows if he goes over there, that his father can't get his hand on him or his children. And the only thing I'll leave y'all with is, why is Winston afraid of Steve being able to get his hands on his potential children? If Winston ever has any kids, who knows? He may already have kids. Who knows? He may just be keeping it on the low. Because once again, he wants to keep them away from his father. Right? So I said it before and I said it again. Damn it. The only victim in this, of course, Essie, because literally she's lost like a decade of her life, decade plus. But as far as the Harvey name, Mary said, the only victim is Winston. He wasn't ever able to trust anybody. His mama was worried about the money and too busy with her own mental health issues. His daddy was off either working or abusing him, beating him mentally and physically, spiritually, emotionally, breaking him down, lying to him. Marjorie never gave a shit about him. All the other kids was too afraid to speak out, and they stayed in line, and any authority figure turned on them and was bought out by Steve Harvey, allegedly. So there has literally always been no one. There has never been anyone to truly advocate for Winston. Not even his own mama. Not until Essie came along. So I'm going to leave that there.